Hi everyone and welcome to this week's guidance video. You're here with Kerryn Slater from Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting. And I've got the dates right this week. The messages are for today, Monday the 20th of February through to Sunday the 26th of February. And normally I would have the recording done on a Sunday and have that up on my feed for you all so that it's in time for this full week. And I'm finding at the moment that I'm really needing to listen to what it is that my body is telling me. And so I had a beautiful day on Saturday delivering a group meditation and sound healing session. It was fabulous and that was wonderful, but it was a full day event. And then yesterday I spent time with my students doing a Reiki share. And so I felt within myself that I just needed to take time to recenter, to re-energize, and to really go within and rest. I really felt that my body was wanting me to be in a space of rest. And so I recognized that I didn't have the energy within me to be the transmitter that I am when I do these videos, when I tune in and I channel the energy. And so in honor of myself and in honor of you, I decided not to do this yesterday and to do this today. And believe me, the energy feels so much different within myself. I feel also too, we've had an incredible here in Australia, an incredible temperature drop. It's literally 20 degrees lower in temperature than it was last week. And we've had a lot of rain, there's a lot of cloud cover. And so there's also comes with that this feeling of needing to be indoors, to hibernate and to just really rest. And so I'm quite proud of myself for honoring that, because normally what I would do is I would put this external pressure on myself, and it would be like there's an expectation, people are wanting, expecting that there's going to be a video up. The expectation that I put on myself because I value the work that I do and being in alignment and putting this forward. And so I really feel that there is a message in this at this time for all of us to be more in tune with our bodies, more in alignment with what it is that we're needing in any given moment, and perhaps saying to ourselves that it's okay not to push through, because how often do we push through? And especially as women, we push through. And so I find that in order for us to be in the greatest alignment and the greatest benefit to others is to be the best possible benefit to ourselves. And even as a healer, to be the best possible healer that you can be, the highest vibrational healer that you can be, you are first asked to heal yourself, and in healing yourself and through your own healing, you are then a greater channel for healing for other people. That is twofold. When we heal, we are also receiving healing and healing ourselves. So it is that ongoing journey, but it is an ongoing journey. And I know even from the huge shifts that we have had from the lunar eclipse, the full moon and the comet, even in that, this week also, I've had these experiences of great anxiety that have been coming up. And not all of them have been from this life, some are from a past life. And again, I discussed this last week, that I believe that it all happens simultaneously. But again, it comes back to honoring and going, all right, well, what is it that I'm needing in this moment? How am I honoring myself? What is the story I'm telling myself? What am I trying to push myself through? What am I not hearing? But also in that, it's not always about us, it's also a reflection of the collective consciousness of the planet. And there is a lot of fear and anxiety and anger in the planet at this time. And as light workers, I feel that it's part of our responsibility to do the work within. So, okay, it's not always about us, but there are external things that are going on. But what is it that I can control within myself, and what can I do within myself to alleviate that, to shift my vibration from fear to love? And so what are the tools in my toolbox that I have? And so for me, it's being out in nature, it's meditating, it's healing, it's listening to my body, and it's honoring myself and loving myself, because to be in a state of anxiety, you're in a state of fear. And what is it that you're being fearful of? And fear, I say this all the time, is an acronym: fantasized events appearing real. It is that projected, imagined belief that we have within our psyche of something that we think is true and it's actually not. And so I find it also a very powerful tool to ask the question, is this true? Is this really true? Byron Katie, love her work. Is this really true? And I use that a lot, because it's about going within the heart space and getting out of the head, going into the heart space and feeling, allowing the divine energy to rise within you and connect to the energy of the divine. Because when you understand and know that all of the universe, the whole of the universe, the loving energy of the source of all that is, the divine mother, the divine father, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, this planet, all of the love of the universe, our loved ones in spirit, our helpers, our guides, they're all there to support you, our angels. The angels are just waiting for you to ask for their assistance. And as I was getting prepared to start recording this, I felt the angel of compassion come in. And I really resonated with that, because I have been compassionate with myself. And so if you're finding it difficult to be compassionate with yourself or others, ask for the angels of compassion to come in and work through you. Ask to be shown what it is that you need at this time. All right, I'm going to stop talking now, but thank you. So that has been my week and my self-awareness of where I'm at this point in this time. And I'm always open. I'm always going to be evolving and growing. So that means that I will always have new understandings of myself and the world around us. And I guess it's something that I wish to share with you, because in sharing with you, it teaches me also. And in sharing with you, hopefully it's something that resonates with you, that will help you through this period. All right, so I've been guided, of course, butterflies, wings, and purples, to Mitchell Coombs' Soul Purpose cards this week. And I guess I love to work on a soul level with all of the people that I work with in all of the work that I do. What is it that my soul is seeking? What is your soul seeking? What is it that your soul is wanting for you at this time in your life? And in going within and connecting, it connects you to that soul level of yourself, the greater part of yourself, the part of yourself that is connected to the source of all that is, because we are all one, having a unique individual experience. So the cards are for today, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Oh, relationships. I love this. This is beautiful. And the crystal for that is malachite. And it's family, friendships, and partnerships. But I will always come back to, and this is my knowing and understanding of the universe and the lessons that I've learnt the greatest for myself. In order for you to be able to have the greatest relationship with Source, with the universe, with your angels, with your guides, your helpers, your loved ones in spirit, with your family, with your loved ones, your partners, work people, you first need to have a true understanding and a true deep relationship with self, yourself. And then in building that relationship with yourself through compassion and self-love and nurturing and understanding, you will also, sorry, this is energy, love it, thank you. You will also build that relationship with your higher self, with the soul self, with the source of all that is. And in doing that, you will have the insight and the understanding and knowing that anything that you are missing in your life, that you feel that you are not getting from another human being, you are being asked today, tomorrow, and Wednesday to actually stop and ask yourself, what is it that I am not receiving from myself? If you're not feeling supported by your relationships or your friendships, how are you not supporting yourself? How do you support yourself? For me, I support myself through having my daily rituals, through my gratitude journal, giving thoughts of appreciation every night before I go to sleep of all that's occurred in the day, of loving and honoring and accepting myself. And in doing that, it allows me to be open. It allows me to be open to receiving love. It allows me to be in a state of forgiveness and acceptance. And so I'm really feeling that you're being asked on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week to honor yourself. And in honoring yourself, in forgiving of yourself, because we are our hardest and harshest judges. And so instead of setting such high expectations that really we wouldn't set on other people, because if we're setting expectations on others, we're setting them on ourselves. You're really being asked, actually, they're just coming in, you're really being asked to review the expectations that you are having at this time, that you're placing on yourself at this time, of yourself and others. And perhaps it's about accepting where you're at this moment and going, all right, well, I don't have the energy right now to step forward. I don't have the energy right now to move forward and to make great changes or to meet the expectations of other people. And so when we can honor and respect and value ourselves, that then sends that energetic wave of, I guess, a field out to those around you, so that if you're honoring, valuing and respecting yourself, the people that come into your field will also honor and value and respect you. And I feel that it is a contradiction energetically to be saying to somebody else, you don't value me, you don't respect me, you don't honor me, if you first aren't doing that to yourself. If you first aren't honoring and respecting and valuing yourself, how can you set that expectation to another individual? And so I really feel that you are being asked to call on the Archangel Jophiel this week for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, because Archangel Jophiel comes in and she helps to beautify your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. She helps you to identify the beauty of the world around you, and she helps you to identify the beauty of others, the beauty that's in others. So if you're finding it difficult to interact with people at the moment, you're also being asked to look within to see the beauty of that person. And I've always worked on the fundamental basis that there is one positive aspect of every individual that I meet that I can find and focus my attention on in order for me to have the relationship that's required or the interaction that's required with that person at that time. And that's always served me well. So I hope that that serves you well. So for Thursday and Friday, and of course, coming back to malachite, bring in the energy of the crystal malachite to assist you in building that relationship with yourself. And I'm just being shown to meditate with the malachite and really call in her healing energy, her loving energy. She has a deep connection to Mother Earth as well. And in sitting with that space and calling it, and I'm sitting at my heart center. I was a little slow, sorry. And this is really about opening up your heart space, opening up your heart chakra. I love that. I'm sitting here literally with the vision of the malachite crystal in my hand at my heart chakra, which of course is the emerald green. So you're being asked also to open up your heart chakra through the energy of the malachite crystal, and that visualization of allowing that love to flow in and out from the divine, that figure eight, that infinity, that beautiful flow of energy that comes in and comes out. It's the ebb and flow of everything of life. So thank you. Now we can move on to Thursday and Friday. Love, spirit. And of course it's intuition, which, I was a little bit slow on right then. But thankfully, sometimes we just have to not take ourselves so seriously, and it's in the being light and being open and being able to laugh at yourself and laugh with spirit and laugh with the universe that you then open up even further to your intuition. And so, of course, amethyst is one of my favorites. So intuition, feelings, inner knowing, strong guidance. I just love the way that these always flow. and they always are supportive of each other when the cards come out. So on Thursday and Friday, and as always, it's not just limited to this week or these days. It's always, you can put these into practice always. On Thursday and Friday, what you'll find is as you build your inner connection with yourself, the inner connection to your source, and the opening up of your heart chakra, it also helps for all of your chakras to come into alignment, which then is, of course, the throat being able to express your feelings and thoughts and emotions, which then leads to the third eye, which is that inner sight, that inner knowing, and being able to see the real world, being able to see what it is that you need in order for your highest growth and the highest growth of others. And then, of course, it leads into the crown chakra, which is your connection to the divine source of all that is. And so on Thursday and Friday, you're really being asked to, I'm feeling the energy of Archangel Michael come in actually. And so you're being asked on Thursday and Friday to connect, asking Archangel Michael to really clear, to help clear away the old attachments, to help clear away the lower energies, to help clear away what you're still holding on to. So we're asking Archangel Michael to cut the cords of attachments to things that aren't serving us at this time. And in doing that, as we let go of all of those things and we bring ourselves into the here and now, the present moment, we're actually more in alignment with Source, and that is going to help you and assist you in being more in tune with the messages and the guidance that the energy of your angels and the energy of Source is bringing into you at this time. Your higher self, your soul self, speaks to you always. It's like this frequency that's just sent to you. It's like a signal of, I'm being shown, you know, like a sonic boom, a sonic signal, and even like ships on the ocean, and you're being guided by this sonic boom. And so it's like we have this sonar, thank you. We have this sonar beam of energy that streams out to us always, and it's always calling us home. And of course that would come from within, because we are connected to the source of all that is, and the divine lights within us. Her energy is this beautiful flame, so we could use the violet flame of Ascension, and that's within us as well, and it's all calling us to go, not out here, but to go within. And so you really are being called within on Thursday and Friday to listen to the inner guidance that you are receiving, because you are receiving it. You are doing the work, and you are becoming more in tune with nature and your angels and the messages that the universe are giving to you. So I really feel on Thursday and Friday you're being asked to stop and take a breath before speaking or reacting. Going within and actually saying, all right, what is it? What is for my highest good in this moment? What is for the highest good of this other human being or this situation? And listen to the intuition and the signs that are being given to you. The information, the direction is actually being given to you at this time. So for Saturday and Sunday next week, beautiful aquamarine karma. I love this. And this is experiences, old patterns, future outcomes. And again, this ties in as well. You know, we've just brought in Archangel Michael, asking him to assist us in releasing all that does not serve us. And so I have found my experience and what I've been shown through my work with the angels, the work through healing, the work through connecting to my soul self, to connecting to the divine energy of the planet and of the universe. So I've really been shown over the last couple of years that the greatest way to experience freedom and peace is through forgiveness. And it's also been shown to me that the greatest way for me to release any karmic debts of old conditioning, old patterns, old lessons that I haven't learnt, you know, that I'm bringing old patterns that I'm repeating in this lifetime. Sorry, again, this is energy. Thank you very much. So as that comes forth to us, in forgiving and being able to forgive people's roles and situations in our lives, and being able to forgive ourselves for not being where we think that we should be, because who are we to know? Who am I? And I say this a lot, who am I to know and who am I to have more information and more knowledge and more understanding of what is for my greatest good in this lifetime than the universe, than God, than the source, whatever you want to call it. Who am I to think that I know better than the divine energy of the whole universe that orchestrates everything in beautiful divine harmony, in divine love, in divine timing? Everything just moves exactly as it should. Everything is exactly as it should. And so when I let go of that need to control, I'm handing myself over to the universe. But the greatest gift that has been given to me in allowing me to do that has been forgiving. In being forgiving of situations, forgiving of others who I have felt or perceived who have done me wrong or have hurt me in some way. In being able to identify that in every single situation, relationship, position, workplace, whatever it may present to you, in every situation, there has been a greater learning for myself. There has been an opportunity for me to grow spiritually, to grow in my humanity, to grow as a healer, as a psychic medium, as a speaker. Every situation has been brought to me in order to help me to identify. And it's also been an opportunity for me to put into place all that I've learned. And I don't always do that, I don't always do that at the beginning. There'll come in these human emotions, these old hurts, these old conditionings, and I'll slip back into that. The ego comes in, it always does. I'm not, I'm not above that. But where I once would have carried on with that for such a long period of time, I now am able to recognize where I'm slipping back into the old, and then forgive myself for being in that space, and then forgive and thank the other person. So I'm forgiving them for the perceived wrong, but I'm also thanking them because in that moment they've assisted me in my evolution and my growth. And I have spent a lot of time in letting go of past situations, past relationships, and past events. And I've been able to be grateful for all that I've experienced in that moment and to forgive. I forgive you, I release you, I love you. If you can't say I love you, say I forgive you, I release you, I wish you well. And in that moment, you're actually healing not only that person, but you're releasing yourself from the situation, you're healing yourself, and you're in that moment, you're actually balancing anything that could be residual for you to be carrying on with. You're actually releasing it and you're completely letting it go. And so there you have taken in that moment the lesson that was there for you. So I hope that all serves you well. I hope that you have a fabulous week. Your angels are always only just a thought away. The whole support of the universe is there for you. And I love the feeling and sensation of falling back into the arms of the Divine Mother and knowing that in every moment I'm completely supported and that I am completely held by the loving energy of the universe. And it is that serves me and helps me to move through anything that I need to move through in my life. And without that, I wouldn't be here today. And for that, I'm so very, very grateful. If you would like to book your own one-on-one personal private reading with me, you can certainly do so via my Facebook page or my website, Holistic Essentials Therapy and Consulting. Feel free to check out my free videos, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. There's some exciting events coming up if you're in Victoria. Please feel free to check them out. Love you all. Thank you. Blessings. Have a blessed week. Namaste.